Today's adventure takes us to St. Cyril and Methodius Cemetery here in Joliet, Illinois, in snowy Joliet, Illinois. This cemetery is not that old, about 1903, but has some tremendous tombstones and monuments here that I really want to check out. So come join me as we explore this wonderful cemetery. And here we are at St. Cyril and Methodius Cemetery in Joliet. Now, those not familiar, Cyril and Methodius are actually brothers and Byzantine Christian theologians. They lived in the 9th century. Beautiful angel here. I wonder how old this one is. That one looks to be, most of these tombstones are in Slovak, so it'd be hard to read some of these. You can see with the photos here. Sitar is the name. Well, hard to read that, although it looks like 1987, but I doubt it because it wouldn't be worn that much. Interesting. Alright, so like I said, Cyril and Methodius were brothers. Cyril was born by the name of Constantine, and he was given the name Cyril when he became a monk in Rome. And Methodius was born Michael, was given the name Methodius when he became a monk in Turkey. And these saints are very popular in Eastern Orthodox Church. Beautiful stone here. There's Joseph Valak. So hence the name of the cemetery, since this is an Eastern Orthodox cemetery. We see a lot of these monuments with pictures on them. So I'm just going to do a walk through the cemetery, explore some of these great monuments. This one straight ahead has caught my eye. You see the cross up on top. Unfortunately, it looks like the photo has fallen out or has been removed. Two Spaksikva or something like that. I'm sure I butchered that, but I believe that is in the same vein as like rest in peace. Cyrenak's the name. You see the same with this monument here. Cross on the top. Little statue. And we had a spot for a picture here and also a spot there. So it's interesting that Joseph, again, Jozef, seems to be a very popular name among Slavic people. This is quite a remarkable cross. This cross here stands good 8 feet high. And we have another Joseph. Klimek, it looks to be. 1867 and 1940. And that must have been his wife, Menzelka, Manzelka, Maria Klimek, and Joseph died in 1917 there. I will be butchering a lot of these names. I apologize in advance for that. Here's this couple. Hard to see the name on that. Metlak seems to be the surname, and that's kind of neat. There's a heart engraved on the base there. I really appreciate these monuments here, the detail to them. This one being very old. A lot of it is being worn off. Borbola seems to be the name. Died in 1919. Gambos looks to be the name. There's a appears to be a family plot marked here, with only several tombstones in it. We got Joseph, traditional spelling of Joseph. Fortunately, Joseph died less than a year old. And another Joseph, who appears to be the father, died in 1959. Here's Maria. This must have been Maria. Milkuska. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Just great monuments here. This one, the cross and an angel in thought, perhaps in mourning. If there was any kind of a photo here, it's long gone. And reading this tombstone is now not very possible, as the snow begins to fall heavier here on this cold, very cold January day. Anna Kubos died 1919. I found this one here to be interesting because it's all in, I don't know if that's Slavic or Russian or what language that's in, but I see 1923 to 1930, and that looks like it's a homemade type stone, as you see a cross inset into concrete, and then that looks like it was engraved by hand. And also there's this one here, which I think is a absolutely beautiful monument. Sifik is the name, SCFCIK. Statue of, if that is a saint, holding a small child. And there's the name there. Very nice monument. We have a very tall cross with Jesus on the cross. The cross has to be 15 to 20 feet tall. And then below that, we have a monument here in loving memory of all infants, children, and youths and adults unknown or forgotten who sleep in Christ in unmarked graves in this cemetery. Very nice little monument, memorial for them. People that are in unmarked graves in this cemetery. And next to that we have a very large bell. Let's see what this says. This bell, which once called these people to worship, now stands silent guard over them and serves as a memorial to their faith in God. 1901 to 1904. And on the bell, I see it says Joseph. The bell does not move. Interesting. Very interesting. Fortunately, this one here, the only thing you can make out is the photo. The rest of it is unreadable. Sevec, S-E-V-E-C, looks to be the name here. Zuzana, 1894 to 1913. So poor Susanna was young when she passed away, and there's a photo of her. Beautiful girl. She looked to be, she just passed away shortly after her 19th birthday, it seems like. Here's a couple more beautiful monuments. Teresa is the name, T-E-R-E-Z-I-A. Joliet, I'm sure or C-Reap, it's a C, not a G. And next to it is another beautiful monument. As you see the cross, which seems to be a popular theme in the cemetery, is to have the monuments with the crosses on top. And these two are interesting. This one a little more so because it's not in line. All of these monuments in here are almost in a perfect line, but this one is offset a little bit, which I wonder how that would happen. As you could see it probably better from this angle here, that's actually moved, which is interesting. That's a heavy stone right there. And of course it is another Joseph, J-O-Z-E-F, very popular name that I'm seeing a lot of in this cemetery. We got one here, it looks to be a soldier. I see J-A, I want to say it's James, but I don't think it is James. 23 years of age, died 1919. So I'm guessing World War I for that soldier's untimely death. Look at this. Wow. Tusposiva. Oh wow, I did a bad thing on that. Magonalici, I don't know. I'm not trying. 1918 on the date on that. Unfortunately, this one here, the top to it has fallen. Peter is the name. I wonder if this opens. Oh wow, it does open. Look at that. There's Peter. That's nice. Garzik is the name on that one. That's very nice. As the snow begins to fall harder, but I will not give up. I will keep pushing forward. Stefan, it looks like on that one, 1916. And here's one that's in the, looks like a tree trunk. Very common one. Looks like Polly on that one died. That one looks like 1916 as well. And then I can't make out what that says down there. Look how huge this place is. Just massive. And this is not even half of it. So one thing I do notice as I walk toward the back here is the tombstones have become less elaborate, more standardized, and you don't see as many photos on them, and you don't see as many crosses and statues on these. But I want to walk into the back because there seems to be some older ones back there. I see a lot of them that are just crosses back here toward the back fence. And I wanted to check these out. So it looks like these are a little more modern, and then toward the back fence here they become older again. As you can see, these are a little more scattered. This one here, I see 1922 on that. Now this one is older with the cross and Jesus. (1918) it looks like the date on that one. But I wanted to really look at the ones back here. Again, when you're in a cemetery, you always have to go to the fringes. Now, there's a lonely one back here. It just says Baby Gura, with nothing more than that's a metal cross, and that's it. I mean, that's the only thing marking that one. And there's also a small cross over here as well. It says baby on it. And this one here looks like it says baby as well. Baby Lazar, born and died in 1931. That's sad. Now this is rare. This is a wooden cross. And I don't see a lot of those because of the weather in Chicago. Wooden crosses don't last a long time. But this one being under trees appears like it's lasted a little while longer. Okay, as I'm walking back here toward the back, I have noticed a lot of these tombstones with lambs on them. I'm almost thinking that this may be the child section, the baby section of the cemetery. So let me show you here. As you can see, this one does have a baby lamb on it. Hard to see the dates, however. But you can see a number of these. Here's a good example here. And the ground is very uneven here. I think there's a lot of unmarked graves as well. And there's 3 of them right here. I mean, they could possibly be even siblings in the same or the same family, somehow related. Very, very sad. Another one with lamb. These are very hard to read. These are rather simple markers. See, 1903 it looks like on that one. So that would be one of the older ones in this cemetery. I wanted to take a look at two here. I wanted to look at this one because this one's in very good shape. Marja, daughter of M&A Babjak. Wow. 1905. Yeah, so she wasn't even 4 years old yet. And I wanted to see this one here. This cross made out of concrete. Simple design, but it still stands tall. And next to it is this marker. I don't know if this marker is related to that cross or not. That marker, difficult to read. And as I look on the other side of the cross, there's nothing there. But that cross is a good 5-foot high cross. Here's one of an infant that passed away. It's hard to read, but it looks like 1932 for that baby. Here are several of the newer stones that I really thought were quite fascinating. The angel on the top there. For some reason my camera zoomed in. There we go. Forever in heaven, Father Vincent, Mother Maria. That's a very nice marker there. Gloria here, another nice marker. So you could tell there's just a mix of a little bit of everything in this cemetery. Okay, everybody, that's going to do it today from St. Cyril and Methodius Cemetery here in Joliet, Illinois. I think this is the first predominantly Slavic cemetery I've ever been in. Remarkable. I mean, just fantastic monuments and tombstones. I like how they have the statues and the crosses, and they still have photos of the people on a lot of those tombstones. It's really remarkable. Okay, thank you very much for coming for a walk with me today, and until next time, keep exploring.